I completely agree. I thought I misunderstood. I was misunderstood, and I thought that you said that anyone that had a FICO score under 600 and anyone that worked on their own car was a loser.
I do think that if you have to work on your own car because you can't afford to take it in, you're a loser. Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I totally agree. You should. And you shouldn't have to do that. You should have a job where you can, afford to live.
Right.
But what about with the? I mean, were you saying, an adult with the FICO score of under 600, or because it's kind of hard to build credit. I mean,
it's not hard to build credit. That's the biggest myth in the world that it's hard to build credit.
Well, I'm just saying, like starting out, because I mean, you don't have credit. I don't know, maybe there's a different term for it, or maybe we're talking about different things, but when I turned 18...
I will tell you in 30 seconds or less how to build good credit. Number one, start a bank account. Number two, get a secured credit card, a MasterCard or Visa card secured by $500 deposit in your checking or savings account.
I did that.
Number three, spend 6 to 12 months paying off your small balances on that secured credit card, and then you have established credit, and that is how it's done.
Lou, isn't that kind of building credit? I mean, sort of.
Yes, it is.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's just what it was. I mean, it took me a while to get this.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about people who don't pay their bills. Or people who pay bills late, or people who, they borrow money and they think they never have to pay it back.
Yeah. I mean, there's no such thing as free money.
Right.
Yep. All right. Well, I did agree with you all the time then, because I just thought I heard you a little different.
See, you did agree with me.
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
I definitely do that. You're changing spark plugs for someone else's because you have 4 kids at home. You can make some dumb decisions.
Yeah, I mean, look, if I could shine my own shoes, because I like to pay attention to the detail and I like shiny shoes, that's one thing. Yeah. If somebody is shining my shoes, I'm glad they're willing to work, but come on, you're a loser. You're a loser.
Yep. And it's hard for them to take that, but it's true.
And it's politically incorrect to say that they're losers. Everything is beautiful in its own way, as Ray Stevens once said, and that's what we're supposed to, look kindly about all the Forrest Gumps out there who put groceries in a bag.
Yeah. They're not really happy.
That's right. I'm happy they're there. Thank God they knocked up their girlfriends. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, right on. And, while we were, just not getting people pregnant, they were. And look.
That's right. Thank God they partied their way through high school, because, my God, who would help me get the groceries out to the car?
Yeah, exactly. I moved to California actually pretty recently, and I came from a really small town in northern Michigan, and everyone there around 18, they all either got married and had kids or just had kids.
And you know who else I was thrilled was a loser? When I went to Costco, and I spent $900 at Costco, and I had that big long receipt as long as like a roll of toilet paper.
Yeah.
When you're walking out the door, there's that person who takes like the yellow highlighter and draws a line through the receipt and says thank you.
Yeah, they kind of look at you and kind of guide you over to them with the marker.
I look at that person, and they don't know I'm thinking this, but I'm looking at the person going, thank God I studied and graduated high school. Thank God.
Exactly.
I don't stand there with the highlighter drawing lines through receipts saying thank you.
I don't understand how people can't graduate high school. High school is the easiest thing.
By the way, I love how they look at $900 worth of stuff. They go, and then they draw a line, 30 seconds. No, not even 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Well, okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's a worthless job.
What a talent that is. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. But, all right, Tom. Well, it was good talking to you. I've been with you a lot since I moved out here, and I really enjoy your show.
Corey, thank you. Since he moved out here, if I give him another 30 seconds, he would have told us where he came from. Where is he from? Oh, Michigan. Really? Okay. That's why he didn't tell us where he's from. No, he did tell us where he was from. Never mind. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Let's say hello here to Nate on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Tom, what's happening, man?
Doing a radio show here.
I can see that, man. Or I can hear it, I should say.
Yes.
Good. Anyways, man, I'm calling for career advice. And I'm a big fan of yours, and I have a lot of respect for you because you're someone who is pursued your passion and become really successful at it, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do and having a hard go at it. I'm a full-time professional musician, freelance. I work as a hired gun, like sideman to all kinds of people, and I've done everything from big bands to small jazz groups to playing on cruise ships and paid orchestras and musicals and everything, like pretty much everything across the board.
How's that going?
It's going okay. I managed to survive, and make a little bit more than I need. And I've really busted my ass to do it. I have a college degree from a pretty prestigious music school, and constantly network and I'm out pounding the pavement all the time, and still kind of just doing okay but not great, and trying to figure out how to make the move up into the next echelon, because frankly a lot of the gigs that I have to do to get by now I'm not really proud of. So I was wondering if maybe you could relate at one point in your career, and if you have any advice, even though what we do is different, it's kind of in the same vein.
Well, first of all, you have to be the best.
Right.
And you have to believe you're the best.
Right.
Being just another bass player is not good enough.
Right.
So saying you're good enough to go to the next level, no. You have to be the best there is.
Right.
Those who are the best there is will succeed. I have always believed I'm the best at what I do, and I still do.
Right.
If you don't believe that, you have to make yourself the best at what you do. You have to make yourself better than anybody. If you're not willing to do that, you're in the wrong business.
Right.
It's not good enough to be good enough.
Understood.
So that's a gut check.
Right.
Are you the best bass player in America?
No, I'm pretty damn good, but I can't say I'm the best in America.
Not good enough.
Well, to be successful and to work, not every single person has to be number one. You can have
those who are better than you are doing better than you.
True.
So you need to get better.
Right.
You have to practice more. You have to work harder.
Combination of work and attitude.
Yes.
Okay.
And believe me, there was a time in my career I didn't have an act. Trust me. I had to learn how to do this. No one's born knowing how to do what I do.
Right.
I watched other people do it, and I thought, I can do that. But there's tapes of me floating out there somewhere where I was just one day I'm going to come in and play my tapes of when I was in Stanton, Virginia.
Okay.
I just recently found one of those tapes, and I've got a box, and I'm going to go through and I'm going to play these so you can hear how bad I was.
Okay, so you do acknowledge the fact that one can, given that the raw materials are there, work really hard and get there. It's just a matter of...
One can.
One can.
But it is not good enough to be one of the top 50 guys.
Right.
It's just not good enough. And I know lots of musicians and actors, lots of people in show business,
right,
who are satisfied with being, one of the 50 or one of the 100 best.
Right. For that top tier of success, you gotta be up there.
That is correct.
Okay.
And so if you know that you're not up there, you're not working hard enough.
Right. Okay. And do you think, I believe I can be, so do you think that once you work towards that?
Well, yes. Look, you either are willing to work towards that,
right,
or it's time to change my tires. I need a little wheel rotation. Please help me out with that.
The Tom Leykis Show.